Hey guys, okay, so today I decided to do a video on leveling system using Mongodb for Discord Python. Let's get on our browser here. So what we want to do is we want to create a database, like a collection right here. So you go on, you go on clusters and you go on collections and you want to create a collection for your leveling system. So we're gonna just call this, like last time, database L, and then we're gonna call this one level. I'm gonna create it. The reason why we're gonna do this is because we want to be able to insert it into the file. So okay, so now let's get into a file here. Make sure you have, your Discord imported and you have PyMongo imported, and you import Mongo client so that you can get this the way I'm about to get it. Okay. First thing we're gonna do is we're going to create the event. We're gonna create the event on message because you don't want to do this as a command. You want to do this as a when they message that you can like level up, and that's the only thing we're gonna use. By the way, we're not gonna do like some extra stuff. We can just do this. It totally works. Yeah. Okay. So we're going to create this kind of event. We're gonna say async def on message here, and we're gonna put so I want to put ctx. That's what I used last time on the cog file, because I use cog file, but if it doesn't work, we're just gonna use message instead, because I heard people say that ctx doesn't work because ctx is for commands, but I use it for message because it just works better for me. Okay, so this is how we're gonna do this. We're gonna have, the first thing we have to do is we're gonna have to put our database in here. So let's get started by going back into clusters, and we're going to click on connect. Make sure that you're logged into your account, because if you go back, if I go back, like, you have to log into your account. Like, you have to create one if you don't have one. And so now we're going to choose a connection method, and what we're going to do is we're going to connect our application, because I'm not going to use Compass right now. I like using Compass, it's more easy, but we're not going to use Compass. Okay. So connect application, make sure it's on Python or 3.6 or later. I noticed that they have 3.11 now, so if you have a higher version, make sure you put 3.11 or something like that. And so now we're going to copy. Now my password is very easy on this one, and I will be changing it after anyways. So yeah, you don't worry, because like last time I kind of cut the top so that you won't see the password, but like it really doesn't matter because I'm gonna change it anyways, so after this video is uploaded. Okay, so now that we copied it, we want to close this, and the next thing we're going to do is add the client. So I like to do mango URL like last time, as I told you. So we're gonna say mango URL is equal to this link right here. And then we're going to say cluster is equal to, because we have Mongo client, we imported Mongo client, so Mongo client, and we're going to say mango URL because that's how we want the URL to get in. And because then you could have just done mongo client and have this URL get here, but I like to do it this way. So okay, the next thing we're going to do is db is equal to our cluster database L, and then collection is equal to db level. That's what we call them, if you remember. Right, like database L and level. Okay, the next thing we're gonna add is, like I did last time, the author ID, but I'm also gonna add the guild ID. It's optional, it's not really mandatory, but I like to do that. So we're gonna say author ID is equal to the ctx dot author dot id. No, not like that. Okay. Okay. And we're gonna do guild ID, so we're gonna say guild ID is equal to ctx dot guild dot id. Okay, so now that we created that, we're also gonna do something like this, because I'm gonna show you why we need this a little later. I'm gonna say user ID is equal to ID author ID, because when we're gonna search for them, like when we're doing find or something like that, you want the ID in there. So okay, another thing we're gonna add here is we're gonna like have it to where it doesn't respond to bots and the bot itself when it messages, because then it's gonna record the bots. So you don't want it to leveling up the bots. So we're gonna say if ctx dot author is equal to self dot, oh actually that's cog, I just remembered, client dot user we're gonna return it. We're also gonna do this for a regular bot, so ctx dot author dot bot, we're gonna have it return as well. Okay, after we have done that, now we're gonna start doing all the leveling and stuff. So we want to insert ourselves. So first thing we're going to do is we're gonna use something called count document. We're gonna use something called count documents. When you use count documents, it looks for the number of documents or the amount of documents inside the collection. So the reason why we're going to use this is because we want for if the person is not inside the database, or if the database is like completely empty, you want to insert them. So first thing we're going to say is if we're going to start with if the document is blank, because if you start with the other one, it might not work. Like if you just start by just seeing if the user is not in there in itself, That's only if the document already has a document in there, but if it has nothing, you want to also search for if it has like nothing inside it. So if count dot if collection actually if collection dot count if collection dot count documents, okay, now to check if it's blank, you want to do something like this. You want to have an empty dictionary. Yeah. That's if there are like 0 documents at all. They just don't exist inside. You want it to do like that. Okay, so if there's like 0 documents inside, you want to do user info is equal to, now this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna insert the person inside the collection. So we're gonna say ID. We're gonna use this as the ID. Okay. Use author ID. Then we're going to say guild ID is, oh wait, it needs to be in quotation marks. Guild ID is guild ID. Next we're gonna say level is 1, because you want to start at 1 and you want to have XP, whoops, my Chinese keyboard, XP is 0. Okay. So after that, you want to insert them. So as I did in my previous video, you're gonna have collection dot insert 1 you want to insert the user info. Okay, that's how we're gonna do that. Let's have a message. Let's like have a message here to gonna like tell us if it actually works. You know. Okay, so let's do a message here. We're gonna say await. I'm gonna have this await. Yeah. I'm gonna say user has been logged in. That way, you know, we can check if it works. Okay, so let's save and let us change this password right here. I made it like very simple because my keyboard is not working. Okay, hold on. I think that's what it was. Okay. So let's go to tools and we're going to build. Okay, bot is online. And now let us check if it works. It seems like it worked. So let's go check. Let's check our collections here. And bada boom, bada bing. We're inside. Okay, one thing I did wrong here was that I missed to put this dash right here. So that's why it showed an object ID as this instead of the ID as the ID. So let's delete this right here. Okay, and let's try this again. Okay, let's refresh here. Okay, good. Now we have everything inside. Now we know it actually works here. So now the next thing is, so like how are we gonna update the XP? Okay, so there's another thing that you need to kind of like learn here. You don't just like do you don't just do insert only. You can also update as well. So what we're going to do here, we're going to do something like this. Well, first of all, there's something that I have to explain. To like when you want to like grab a value from your field inside a document inside of your collection, if you want to grab something like the field, you need to use a for. You need to use like a for loop. So this is how we're going to do this. We're going to use that yeah, we're going to use the user ID for this. So we're going to say experience, like we're just going to do exp is equal to collection dot find, and we're going to say user ID. Okay, so xp equals collection dot find user ID. Then you're gonna use the for loop. So we're gonna say for xp lowercase in exp, because that's how we found it. The user ID right here, remember, is the author ID. We're gonna say, whoops. I don't know why it does that sometimes. Okay, there you go. We're gonna say current XP is equal to XP because remember that's what we called it right here in uppercase XP. So now if you want the new XP, you want new XP to equal to the current XP plus 1, or whatever number you want, but I like to use 1. Okay, you're gonna say current XP plus 1, and then the next thing you're going to do is you want to update it. So we're going to use update 1. So this is one, you don't have to have it inside the for loop actually. So we're going to say collection dot update 1. Okay, and what we're gonna do is when we use the update 1, remember in my previous video, if you watched it, which is the beginner's tutorial, you wanna update the ID, the author ID. You gotta start by doing that because it has to grab the author ID. So, because that's what the ID was. It needs to grab the ID, and which was the author ID. So we're gonna say ID author ID. Then we're going to set. Oops. It needs to be in quotation marks. Set XP to new XP. We also want to upsert it because that's update and insert. So I just love using that because it makes it more smooth and easy to actually update and insert. So we want upsert to be true. That's how I made it work, to be honest. I think it works without it, but I like to use upsert. So we're going to use upsert for this one. And so yeah, that's basically essentially how you're going to update the XP. Yeah. After that, we're going to create the level for loop, and then we're going to create a condition so that, you know, we're going to create like some condition where once the XP does this, you want to level up. So we're going to save here, and we're going to see if this works, if I don't have any errors. Because if there's some errors, you know, might have to edit that one out. So okay. Oh, actually, let me change this message right here, and we're gonna just say, you know, updated instead, because I don't want it to say that same message, you know, because like I don't know if it truly works if I see like a new message. Okay. Okay. Let's see what happens. Yep. See? As you can see, the XP has increased by 2. That's exactly what we want. Okay. So the next thing we're going to do is the level. So we want to do level equals collection dot find user ID. Just like before with the XP, we're going to do the same thing for level in level. You want it to have a different level. You could just use like X or Y or something, but I like to do it like this so I can define exactly what I want because I know that I'm doing level, so I do it this way. Okay, for level level in LVL, we're gonna say I hate that, honestly. Okay, we're gonna say gonna make sure that it's actually right here. Okay, good. We're gonna say level start is equal to level. Because that's what we called it, if you remember right here. That's exactly what we called it. So and then we're gonna say new level is equal to level start plus 1. Just like the XP. You get the hang of it. It's pretty very similar. So after that, we want to do our condition here so that it can level us up. So I'm going to use a condition that I kind of use. I don't know how far it's going to go. It should be very simple, but we're going to do current XP. If current XP is greater than or equal to rounding 5 times the level start times 4 divided by 5 want this one inside the parentheses of course. So 5 times level start times 4 divided by 5. You want to update and set the level to the new level. So we're going to say collection dot update 1. We're going to do just like before, ID, author, ID, and we're going to do set like last time. No. Okay, set. Oops. Level. To new level. And just like before, we're going to upsert, so. See how easy it is? If you have it already, it's just like so easy to just, you know, choose what you did before. And now we're going to create the message we want. So inside of here, we're just going to add a message here so that we know that we're actually doing something. And then it's going to create another message, which this is not very mandatory. You don't actually have to have this, but I just do this so that I know what's going on. But you can also just remove this really and have no message sent for this. Okay, so we want to create our message in here. So we're going to say await ctx dot channel dot send. We're going to say we're going to have the author say author dot name here. Has leveled up to new level, because actually we want to say not the new level, we want to say the current level, because once you level up, it's gonna tell you the because like if you do current level, it's gonna tell you the current level, so you want the new level, yeah. Because I remember that was like level, that new level was level start plus 1, so yeah. I almost said current level. Okay, so new level, yes. You want new level. Let's just put it right here, exclamation point, to look nice. Oh, that exclamation point looks weird. There we go. Okay, so we're gonna do that. We're gonna see if there's any errors, of course, but first let's run it and then we're gonna see if there's any errors. Okay. Okay, let's see. Okay. I don't know how long it's gonna take. Let me make sure there's no errors here. Okay, so it says author's not defined. I knew it. Okay, let's see if I can do something here. I think I want to do ctx dot author equals ctx dot author. See if that works. Okay. See if there's any errors. Nope. It looks like it might take a real long time to update, to level up. There we go. Now it says it's leveled up to 3. Why? Because last time it leveled up, but the message did not load. Because what happened was the condition worked, but the message didn't work. So, yeah. But now that we leveled up, it's going to show it in the database. We are now level 3 and our XP is 18. See? So that's essentially how you create a level system. If you want to, you can just, like, you can do an embed, or you can change up how you want this. So yeah, that's pretty much how you do a leveling system. You use for, and you use update 1, and you find, because like let's recap what we have done here. So we made sure to put in our database and Mongodb database stuff in here, and then we checked if the author was the client user, and if the author was also the bot, because you don't want your own bot or the other bots to react to this event. And then after that, you do collection.count documents, like blank, nothing inside. You want to insert the user, and then you create the for loop for the XP. You do exp, then collection find user ID, which up here, remember, user ID was the author ID, because that's what we set up the ID as. That's only if you already have the user inside. Because if you had 0 inside and you just did this and you didn't do this, right, it wouldn't execute. So it also would have an error at the first message. So you want to make sure that there's at least someone in there, so if you want to do it like this. But I'm going to show you in a minute. How you you check if there is the user inside. like if the user isn't inside, I meant to say. Okay, so you do the XP and then you update it, because on this message it updates on message. And you don't need this, by the way. I only put that for demonstration purpose. And then you create the level loop. You do level collection.find user ID like before, and then you say for level and lvl, you do lvl start equals level level, which is, you know, what we called it before, level, right? And then you do new level equals level start plus 1. And after that, you say the current XP, which we created last time. If it's greater than or equal to rounded 5 times level start times 4 divided by 5, you update 1, just like the XP. This time you update the level, and you set the level to the new level, and then you create a message, and you make sure that you either put the author ID or author name or whatever you want, or you can add the author if you want, and then you say it has leveled up to new level, which is the level start. You know, the new level is level start plus 1, and then bingo, you level up like it shows here. So that's essentially how that works. And then one last thing you want to learn is what if there is documents in there, right? So what you want to do is you say, if, just like before, we're going to do the same thing. We're going to say if collection dot count documents, but this time we're going to say user ID, because the user ID was the author ID like before. So you say user ID is equal to 0. And then you're just going to do the same thing. You're just going to insert them inside. Right? That's essentially how you do it that way. If you already have users inside and you just want, you know, a new user, because this one is for if the database is blank, and this one is for if there's already a document inside the collection, then you want to use this one, and then you do this, all of these stuff right here. So that's it for today. You know, it was really fun making this video, and I hope to make new videos in the future. I'm probably gonna do, I don't know, I'm probably gonna do something else for Mongodb, like maybe a Mongodb regular tutorial in general, like how to remove stuff, you know, how to remove values, how to update many, stuff like that, probably. I'm probably also gonna make like an inventory command. It's very, very complicated, like, or a bio command, like, you know, because when you do this level system, you want a bio. You want like, oh, let's check our bio to see, or our level, to see what our level is and stuff like that. I might make a video with that, so stay tuned. Make sure you subscribe, like this video, comment, and please comment if you have any issues. And join the Discord as well if you don't like want to flood the comments. Be sure to join the Discord, and I'll try to be as available as I can to help. Okay, thank you.